Illuminating white text appears that says, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." Now, curvy golden yellow text stationary in the middle of the screen with stars flying by through hyperspace that reads, "Theory of a Blind Man." Golden yellow text begins to crawl from the bottom of the screen upwards. Episode 2, The Live Stream Strikes Back. After the separation of content uploads and live streams, this channel is dedicated to live streaming guests, gaming, proclivities and pondering of the fate of the galaxy. Darth Whistler reigns over these channels and his message will be heard with the help of many others presenting information for all to absorb. The text continues to crawl away from view deep into the infinity of space. For those of you willing to watch and listen to live streaming and participate in the chat, the live stream strikes back at a new upload channel with prizes and galactic credits to make you rebels come rich beyond your wildest dreams. But Darth Whistler is not satisfied until the triad of the Force has been completed, and so there lays another in wait deep in space and will soon be revealed. May the dark side of the Force be with you. As the last of the text disappears, we are left with stars flying by view in hyperspace, then fade to black.
That's right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another long-awaited We'll See for Work. We have a special guest tonight. But first, we'll announce we got a special host. Miss Starlet.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Thanks for helping me out tonight. You got me all tongue-tied. I'm like, just host the show. Just go ahead. Just do it.
It's not my fault. No.
Red 7 standing by in the chat. Welcome, Blind Toes. First Minute Ed. How ya doing? So we're going to be covering another YouTube channel who we've worked with before, and really good guy, CDub's Blind Life. And if you're into the wrenching and tuning, this is your man. You like the imports? This is the guy. So we're talking to Chris tonight as well. And also to let you guys know, I'm trying something new tonight with the stream. So if you guys could stick around, at least one person, to the very end, because what should happen is you should be automatically redirected to my stream for tomorrow night. I'm just testing it out. So if anybody wants to help me out, that would be awesome. So without further ado, Chris, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up? I just want to say thank you for, thinking of me to have me on here. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Should be fun. Yes. We do share a commonality in the import rice rockets. So that should be fun to talk about a little bit. So yeah, we got about a half hour or so. So if you want to go ahead and let the viewers know about what you got going on your channel, what's it about, what you do, all those great things. Hey, are you actually blind?
So yeah, well, technically for the term people use, because they use a lot of loosely. I am not fully blind. I have no vision in my right eye, and I have about somewhere between maybe 20 to 30% vision in my left.
Gotcha. Actually, that's a better place to start really quick. Is why don't you go over your condition if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I have advanced diabetic retinopathy. So I'm a person that lived my whole life all the way from, I'm 41 years old. I lived all the way from 1979 all the way until January 2018 with full vision. And then it just pretty much went. Yeah.
Bam. That's exactly what happened to me too.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were born the same year.
Oh yeah. Yep. December.
Wow. Okay.
I just made the 70s cut.
Yeah, right. We were born in the 70s.
I know, right? I mean it.
And little Miss Starlet here is born in the 80s. Like, wow,
yeah.
What a difference.
I'm not in the cool club, I know.
Oh my gosh. What
It's
year?
okay. I mean, the 80s, I mean, it's cool. The 80s were cool too. I mean, people after, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
80s rock.
anything after
Yeah,
84, 85-ish, you're just kind of like, this decade's dying.
Kind of went downhill.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Oh man.
So anyway, yeah, go ahead and let's talk about your channel. What do you got going on?
Okay. So yeah, my channel, it's called CDub's Blind Life, and that's pretty much what it's about. Is like my journey. Like I've explained it, like in a lot of the videos I've done. Like I wanted it to be documented for people that are not only blind, people that have other disabilities, or people that just are sighted and just feel like the world's so hard. So my whole channel pretty much kind of dedicated to definitely like perspective, like a different perspective, like look at it from this way. And definitely like a lot of car stuff, 'cause that's what I was into before I lost my vision. But it was more so motorcycles. But then I was kind of scared to go back into the motorcycle scene, like right after losing full vision. I had to sell a motorcycle, and then I built a car just to kind of give me some confidence.
Wow.
During the time I lost my eyesight in 2018. That same year I lost my dad. Then the next year I lost my mom. So it was pretty hard. And in between, when losing my dad and losing my mom, I bought a car, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do my best to build it, just because I could keep my mind off it. And then my mom passed, and I was like, it was hard. And I was like, okay, my buddy was like, we're gonna build it. Let's just build it. And so I did like a lot of the work, but I didn't get a chance to document it. And then I had a lot of people telling me, dude, just do a channel, just do it, because your story's amazing. I'm like, man, I don't feel like I really want to do it. And so I'm like, just do it. And so I just ended up doing it. And it's definitely been great. It's definitely been like a great journey. And to be where I am in like less than a year, I'm pretty proud of like what I've kind of done. And I just want to keep going forward with my channel, like a lot of car stuff, a lot of breaking boundaries. Definitely like I do like a lot of giveaways as well. I feel like if I can help give back, then I give back. So I part out a car, and there's a lot of cool stuff on it, and instead of selling most of it, I gave it away on my channel.
Nice.
So
that's so
potential.
Cool.
Yeah, I have potential to make like we'll say more than a few $100s off of it, and I gave it away. So yeah, awesome. I definitely feel like it's just especially after like everything that's been going on like in the world, that we should definitely like try to like help each other out like when we can. You never know when you'll need it. So if I'm in a position to do it, if I'm in a position to do it, there's no way I don't want to do it. And then just watching like your channel, for instance, watching
I know, doesn't she have an awesome channel?
Yeah, I follow you guys.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, and that's just what it is, like a while ago, I just remember when she was at like 952, and now all of a sudden she's almost to her goal. Yeah. So I mean,
oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So no problem. I've given you shout outs in my videos before. I've given other people shout outs in my videos before. So I just respect what all of us do, and it's just great. Just even doing this, it feels good that I get to be a part of something in the blind community that actually is helpful. And that definitely feels great, because I've had some pretty bad experiences with the blind community. And I'm like, it feels good to surround yourself with people that are doing like the same thing, and that actually want to push you to do better instead of hold you down,
So what is it exactly you do with the cars? And you want to share with people like, kind of what you do, how long it takes you to work on a car, or do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So the whole,
because that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So the whole car build, I'll be straight up honest with you guys. The whole motor is way too intricate. I didn't know how to really. I could take a motor apart, like Honda motor, for example. There's a head, there's a block, there's a transmission.
Yeah.
There's obviously the internals, but most of the time you get it with just the head and the block disassembled, which is easy. You can throw the head on there, bam, you're good to go. When it comes to internals, because I wanted to really build this car, I had honestly no prior knowledge of how to do it, and I was a little bit worried about it because it's really tedious to make sure it's perfect, because I spent a lot of money on it and I didn't want it just to blow up. So I actually got a really good builder from a rolled famous like fastest front wheel drive car in the world company, and one of their builders like helped me out on the side to do it. And so when it came
Oh,
to the motor
wow.
part, honestly, yeah, he did all the motor stuff for it, and then all the interior stuff I put back together by feel, the bumpers, the hood, all that stuff like that. I put back together by feel.
That's amazing.
You know, I've lowered it. Like I did wheel swaps. There's like tons of the wheel swaps videos on my channel because, you know, you get wheels sometimes and you just get kind of, okay, I got them, and then you're like, yeah, okay, I want something different.
I remember how many times you
Okay.
had to go through
You know,
those.
yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. So I mean, it's like, I won't use all women, but my sister, like, she's a purse-holic. Okay, she's a purse-holic. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I want this purse, and she'll get it, and then she'll let it sit in the closet and go buy a new one. Yeah, I guess
That's
she got the money
funny.
to do it. Yeah, but you know, so yeah, I have like lots of videos of me doing like the wheel swaps, me doing a cluster swap, like swapping out the gauge instrument cluster, a video of all the work that I've done myself, like not thus far, but there's like little ones that lead up to all the stuff that I've done so far.
Nice, nice.
And so
Do
yeah,
you have a?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you have a favorite project that you've worked on? And if so, why would it be your favorite?
Thank you. So that is going to be this one. And it's completely highlighted. I love, like, this car is something like, I don't even want to tell you how much I'm into it, you know, because it's, you know, it's definitely in the 5 digits. So, you know, I had a lot time and money into it, and my son named it Faith. You know, my son is like, he's 8 years old. He's like, I'm like, what's my car's name? He's like, Faith. I'm like, what?
Nice.
And it just kind of stuck to him. I'm like, all right, you know, not to get all religious on you guys, you know, I believe. And, you know, but I was like, wow, okay. And it just kind of,
that's definitely a sign. That's
exactly.
beautiful.
And he named it. So I'm like, okay, you know, like, and I look at this car and I look at it, I'm like, you know what? In the end, like, you know, all the stereo stuff I did, I wired it all. I put back all the interior pieces because they were all taken apart. I had to feel by, you know, my like just feeling around, figure, okay, I know what this piece is because I used to do this stuff a long time ago. So you're back to doing it like in the dark with no light.
Right.
So
if I could say really quick too, that for your son, and you don't have to say anything, but for what he's been through, and give it that name, it says a lot.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, doing like a lot of stuff by feel and stuff like that. This car has been like my favorite project. I have another thing coming up for it. It's actually going away next week for a surprise. You know, like the last video on my channel, I can't tell anyone why, but it's gonna be way better. But this one just it just got me to the point that I realized that, you know, it feels like I kind of overcame my blindness with this one.
Nice.
Is exactly what this car did. This is why it's so special. Because I actually got to finish and drive.
Oh, is this the? I won't see the.
This is the Integra.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. The white Integra. My son named Faith, which is so much money into it. It's like worth half. Like if I sold it, it'd be worth like half the money. You know that I put into. Actually, probably less than half the money, but. You know, in the end, like, I'm just hoping that he likes it later on so he can drive it himself, like, later on.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Which body style is that again? Is that the 95?
Yep, DC. So 94 through 2000, or 94 through 97, and then it's 2000 or 98 through 2001, but they're all exactly the same chassis. They just have different bumpers from 94 through 97, then 2000 or 98 through 2001. Like, they just look better.
Yeah. Welcome,
little differences, little differences and stuff. And then, I do have something kind of coming up. I called it out on my channel. I'm actually in the process right now of filling out my request and paperwork to do a Guinness record.
Ooh, nice!
Wow,
nice!
Congrats! That's huge.
What's the record gonna be for?
Yeah.
So, you know, I said, like, I love bikes first. Well, I decided, I think you remember before I had, like, since, you know, I started doing YouTube, I've went through about 3 different cars. You know, like the first one was before I did YouTube. And then I had this one, I bought another black one, like my Faith. And then, I bought another one, a red one that I was going to keep. And I was like, I'm going to part it out because I wanted to go for this record. So I ended up buying a motorcycle. I bought a 2003 Kawasaki 636 Ninja, which is honestly like one of the most legendary, like famous world stunt bikes you can own. Mm-hmm. They're just, perfect in that sense of the balance points and the power they produce over like all the other ones. So it's actually a pretty solid, like, platform for building a stunt bike. So I am actually building it to go for longest wheelie blindfolded.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's not one. There's not one.
There isn't one at all.
Nope, there's not one set. There's longest wheelie, there's fastest wheelie, longest stoppie, but there's not a longest wheelie blindfolded, and I feel like it'd be appropriate to be a beyond legally blind person that owns the record.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's see. Blind Toast said something. He says, "Oh yeah, that's awesome, Chris. That was a couple minutes ago." So,
thank you, Blind Toast.
Standing in the Wind is in the chat. Welcome, Standing. So, what are some of the mods that you've given away?
Oh wow. Okay. So on my channel, like I've given away. I had some like spoon replica mirrors that were like really nice. They fit perfect, and I looked them up, and they went for like $100. I gave away like a real. It's not like a knockoff. It was a real like gold JDM, like the tow hooks, the aftermarket ones.
Yeah.
That thing went for about like 125, 150 or something like that. So I gave that away, and then there's a carbon fiber valve cover, like the spark plug cover, that I gave away. And I had an incentive because I had some really, really nice coilovers, some TN and D2. Mm-hmm. And, like a full set of teens the cheapest set goes for like, $500. And then the cheapest set of D2s go for like a minimal of $800.
Oh, wow.
So I gave incentive for people like, hey, if like, like beginning of the year, I want to give away something huge because most of the guys that follow me are car guys. And I was like, well, if I get to this many by this date, I'll give them away. Otherwise, I won't. And I actually had a roll bar I was trying to give away, but I didn't hit the goal. And I was okay. Well, I'll give away something cool next time. But I gave that stuff away, and then I'm gonna give a shout out to Nigel Lim, Blind Bloke Racing. He's a really cool guy over in the UK that is he lost his vision or most of his vision in a bike accident. I talked to him like a lot, and I completely forgot. I'm like, I forgot. I got another bike again. I'm about to start doing bike stuff. I got to give away stuff for the bike people. So I gave away like $100 gift card for whoever had a bike, and he won it.
Nice.
Wow.
That's really
that is
cool.
Awesome.
Did you find yourself getting a lot of flack when you first got back into the car or bike thing being low vision? Like people just like downplaying, like, nah, you can't. Are you stupid? You can't do that.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of flack from I don't even know honestly if it was more from people in the blind community or people in the sighted. I mean,
right.
I just got flack in general. People were like, well, what's the point of you building something you can't drive? I'm like, you're missing the whole point of why I'm building it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
some narrow mind.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like people just don't understand. It's like when people do certain things, like for me instance, like doing this, like, and I had this actually, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Like on Friday, I had a breakdown. I was like, why am I still doing this? Like, why am I still building this when I'm not going to be able to enjoy it the way I want to? I'm like, I am so much money into it. And what I'm doing to it, like next week is just humongous. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to enjoy this the way I want to. Like, why am I still doing it? And I had to realize, like I'm actually wearing a sweatshirt right now that my wife made for me. It has a picture of my car on it. And it says, making the impossible possible.
Nice.
And
that's right. Like, that's why you're doing it.
Yep, exactly. And I came to my closet because I was going to go outside because it was a cold day. And I was like, that was the first sweatshirt I grabbed. I was like, all right, okay, this is my sign. I'm going to recognize it now. Okay. So calm down, get your head together. But yeah, there's people that said, I wouldn't do it. People said that, my motor in my car, just for people, it's a B16 A2. It comes out of the 99 through 2000 Civic Si, which was like one of the special model ones.
Ooh,
it was
hot little boy
in America.
there.
Yeah. In America, they only made it for those 2 years, and then they stopped and made it again later on for the hatchback series. But it had the B16 A2 in it. It actually came in just the electron blue. It came in red, and it came in black.
That blue was hot.
That doesn't make a difference. But yeah, I just figured I'd give a little background to it. But it was the only 3 of those were the only ones that came with a dual cam VTEC. The rest of them were the single cam VTEC. So the Civic Si had the B16 A2 in it, which is B is just a series for dual cam, and then 16 means that it's a 1.6 liter. Just so you guys know out there. And so it was a 1.6, so it had like really short stroke because it was only a 1.6, so it could rev really high, but it didn't produce like a lot of power. It didn't have a lot of torque. So it's 160 at the crank, but it's about 100 and maybe 140 at the maximum to the wheel. So it's just if you dyno tune and stuff like that. And so I was building mine all motor, which is really hard to accomplish a goal that to get to 200 horsepower, and that's what my goal was to get to 200. And people are like, "You're not going to do it," blah blah blah. I tried once, and I found out some stuff wasn't done in the proper way the first time. So I reached the goal of 171, and the tuner that did it was like, "Man, just enjoy it." I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm not happy. Like, how do I get to 200? He was like, "You're gonna spend more money, blah blah blah." I'm like, "You know what? I'll figure out the solution. I'll be back." So I did some more research. I looked up. People were like, "Dude, you're not gonna get it. Just because someone else did it doesn't mean you're gonna do it." I'm like, I don't think you guys know my determination, how much I want to do this. You guys don't know.
You're not getting it.
Exactly. That's the difference. Like, when like the game, like the car scene I'm in the Honda world. So honestly, there are actually like a lot of like, older car enthusiasts like my age that are real enthusiasts that like really like it, and they're really into it. But a lot of it is filled with like the younger kids, and like you live at home with your parents and you're young, and not have enough money, or, you're young and you're just not knowledgeable about, the whole game, period. So this comes into a lot of like not having respect for your elders. So, I've been around the car scene since like 98, like after high school when I graduated. And, I'm like, I'm going to do it. Just watch, I have the resources to do it. I'm going to do it. And so I figured out what the pattern was that I needed, and I did it. And I ended up doing 202 HP at the wheels on the dyno.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that
So
video.
I was happy I exceeded it. I'm sorry, Charlotte, what were you saying?
No, I said that's insane.
Okay. Yeah, I was pretty stoked. So I mean, it was like a car that I did some upgrades to it, and it it went from being like 140 like stock at the wheels to being like 171, which is I guess pretty good, but it wasn't good enough for me. And then did some more stuff and went over the goal, and people are still like, "I can't believe you did it." I'm like, well, I don't think you know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna check the chat really quick, see if there's any questions.
Okay.
How much is test standing? I don't think so. Level long and low. Streamlabs. Okay, so no questions. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat and we will get to them as soon as we can. There's one more coming in. There it is. Hi, first one. Okay, so yeah, no questions yet.
Okay.
So, how do you feel like once you get in these cars or get on the motorcycle? Like, what is it you're feeling before?
Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yes,
Idea for
it's
what
gotta
to
be.
take.
I am so glad you asked that. So and that was what I was kind of getting into like before, when people were like, you can't, like, why would you do it? Like giving me flack for why I would do it. It's like when I had vision, that was my therapy,
Oh yeah.
I've ridden I did like a really big trip that kind of put stuff into perspective. But one of the biggest perspective things was when I rode all the way down, like straight 19 hours straight to LA. Okay. Like straight, we just rode straight through the night, made it there. That was my first long trip, man. My trips before that were like, I'm in Seattle, Washington, so I did a lot of trips to Portland, like down there, and we rode down to like Reading just to get in and out because that was the closest one.
Oh, so you took 5?
Yeah.
Did you go 5 or Devil's Highway?
We took 5. We just took
Okay.
5 straight all
Yeah.
the way down, to get to Reading to have a burger, chilled there for the night, turned around, came home the next morning,
Yeah.
That sounds so nice. Like I would just love to get on the bike and do that.
Yep. Exactly.
Awesome.
You get on there and honestly, it's like that's the one thing about bikes is that you can be mad at the world and you can be mad at everything going on in your life, and just that minute, even like if you rode to work and you're pissed off at work, like I hate work, screw this. You get on your bike and you ride home. You seriously, by the time you get home, you forget why you're even mad at work.
Right.
It just calms you down. So the feeling of getting on a bike now, being blind, I've done it one time. I did it for a video I did a while ago that was like extraordinary blind people, and it was the first time I touched the bike in about a year and a half. And getting on it just in that parking lot felt so good, and it still felt natural. I couldn't see exactly where I was going or what I was doing, but now I'm working it out. So I mean, this is something that I talked to a couple other guys about, like, hey, I'm going to try this. They're like, well, just remember, you got to make sure that you stay within the legal side of it, and you don't want to like do anything to bring bad. I'm like, honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna do. I'm the person. I am my own person.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I'm gonna make it happen. Like, I think the risk is worth the reward. So
I think that you're really brave and everything. I think I personally would ride with someone, although I'd want to just take off by myself. I think I would.
Yeah.
I would definitely ride with someone, but that has to be so freeing. I give you so much props. That is
and
so
that's
cool.
the difference. Like, isn't in the bike world. I was in a couple of different bike clubs, and the people I met there, I still have. I'll still call brothers because they're still there for me. People that help me kind of come and see what I couldn't see to work on the bikes. I worked on the bike as well. I have videos of me doing the bike and actually turning some wrenches, which felt great. And so that community is so much better. It's just so it's the different maturity versus like car. You can find some good car people, but it's hard to find. But bike people, like, they're your brothers no matter what. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have headsets, because we have headsets, like they're something called, like, there's like a brand called Scala. There's a brand called Chatterbox, and they're all like communication systems. So I'm going to give a communication. I just ordered actually a set of 2, so I can give one to whatever person I ride with, and that way, like, if I ride with them, like, the whole plan is, we're going to do a big ride when I get the whole bike set up. I got, I ordered like, what's called a crash cage for it, which goes around the outside of the bike. So if, it drops, it protects the bike. The sub cage for it, which protects obviously the subframe. And then just a lot of stunt stuff on it. So when I put all that stuff on, I already have a group of about 100 people that say they want to do a ride with me. So I live like in Tacoma. Yeah, I live in Tacoma, like not too far from, we don't have, like real California waterfronts, but we have, some little fake ones, So, so we have some big ones. And so I'm going to do a ride, which is about maybe 5 miles from my house to like our waterfront. There's a bunch of food and stuff like that. And so there's going to be about, I think we figured out to have the obviously in the front, people behind me can see. Have like 4 of my friends like in front of me, and one of them communicating, saying, okay, we're going to slow down and take this right, and then see where that works. I mean, if I go down at a low speed, I'm fine. I mean, I've gone down at like 60 and I've been fine. So
you're a brave soul, man. You really are.
Well, especially if you got some good leathers, you can take a little hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to have to get used to.
Oh my God, I love the gear. The gear is just so tight.
That's what I'm going to have to get used to, guys, to be honest, because I went at Vision. There was so many. I posted a picture the other day, like, of old school, and it was when I was doing like a front endo, where you tap the front brake and you roll on the front wheel. And I did it with Vision, but I was wearing, a t-shirt and shorts, and I've always ridden. And so now I'm like, okay, I got to be a little smarter. I got to realize I got to wear some riding
cover
boots.
up.
Yeah, exactly. I can't be ruining these beautiful calves.
Right.
Oh my God.
Blind Toes asks his famous question for the Steeler Show guests, and that is, Chris, if you could choose one other YouTuber, who would it be to throw a pie at, and what kind of pie?
Man, oh my gosh. I mean, damn. I mean, honestly, this is just something I'm on the spot, so I feel like I have to throw it at Blind Toes. I mean, not for any malice reason. I love his show. I love that he just does what he feels like doing, and that's you guys do it as well, and it's hard to find that, because I just did a video the other day about like when I was doing I did a steering wheel in my car. I put an S2000 steering wheel, very luxurious, very nice. It feels great in there. And at the end of it, I just started feeling like, I should speak more. And I started talking more about, hey, I love what people do. Like, remember, you can do anything. And, like, always be yourself. Like, you don't sell out for nobody. Always be yourself. And you'll always, keep going. And I just felt, and that's exactly what I feel like. I feel like, that, you guys do what you do. And that's where it's great at. That's Blind Toes does what he does. And that's what he's great at. And definitely the stuff he does on this channel, like all those hot challenges and all that stuff like that, like I just feel like he'd have to be my go-to, not because I don't like him, because I like him. That's I want to do it because I like him. I think that he want me to.
Man, those S2000s are fucking screamers.
Yeah. I just saw, I just looked at like I said, I was parting out the car and I realized that it had a lot of really, really cool stuff on it. And I didn't realize that it was so much name brand stuff. I bought it from a friend, long story. Pretty much he had it abandoned at his house by a friend that, just never came back for it, and it sat there for 3 years. So
wow.
I'll give you the paperwork stuff. You can get the title, try to get the title for it or whatever you want to do. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I was going to track it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to have time to try to like track this. Cause I wanted to get some more racing under my belt, because I plan on taking my car to the track and racing it. And so I wanted to get more time under my belt and not mess my car up, because I love my car. So I bought this car for a quarter of the price. And then I was like, man, you know what? I'll just part it out. So I started parting it out, and, I had like a lot of cool stuff on it, but it was a Civic. So a lot of it I couldn't use like body wise, but then like a lot of the, it had actually like an RSX steering column in it, because the S2000 steering wheel does not fit in an Integra because the splines are different. So it does not fit. So the guy that had it in there converted it to an RSX, which was crazy. And so I have the cooler looking key now. That's a chip key. So it's not just a plain little skinny key anymore. It's a really nice key with a really nice ignition in it. So I just had like a lot of cool stuff in it. And then I was like, I started looking into S2000 stuff, and I'm like, man, okay, that's kind of crazy. You can supercharge it, and it's like 500 horsepower. Like, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
So,
let's see. Josh. Oh, welcome back, Joshua. Thanks for returning. And answer your question. It depends if you're talking about the originals or the digitally remastered. But either way, I'm going to go solo. Thank you, Chris. Your videos are fun to watch too, says Blind Toes.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. You definitely keep me entertained a lot.
It's kind of like my go-to as well when I'm doing like a video review or something for my Tales from the Tube. I'll pull up one of his videos because they're hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Like how I got my name Blind Toes. You guys should check that one out. That's funny.
Oh yeah. I watched.
Oh really? I need to.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I was just actually crazy enough. I just always, so like Star was saying about like faith and stuff like that. Like I kind of just. For me, I don't watch a whole lot because I try not to be on my phone too much, because, I've been, my wife works now, and then, I'm at home with my son now doing the school from home. I think that when I'm on the phone distracted, he notices that, and like, that's when he starts acting out. So the less I'm on it, the better. But when we do have time, obviously I follow all you guys. Like, it's just so weird. Like when I'm feeling something, it's like one of your guys' videos kind of like pops up in the news feed. I don't go to like a direct channel to watch anyone. I just open the phone, and then it brings up, whoever's name's in there. It's like, and that's how, when I talk to you on your page, Starlight Up How, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, so I'm like, what? It pops up. from that long ago. I was like, oh wow. I'm like, wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that was me.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, crazy. And then you know, Whistler's posts always pop up. So I mean, just so you guys know, I don't always comment, but I always like, because I feel like that's the best support I can give if I can't relate to what someone's talking about, is to like it, because
Yeah,
I know it
I
helps a
appreciate
lot.
that so
Yeah,
much.
so I mean,
Yeah,
even if I can't, I'll just, I'll see in the, like I was saying, on the home screen, and then I'll tap the video, and if I don't have time, I'll like it. I watch a little bit of it. I catch like a lot of your tea times. Yeah, I catch them. Hey, yep, I like them.
thank you.
Yep, I caught like a couple ones where you weren't, feeling so happy. I caught that
Yeah,
one, and I could
yeah.
definitely
There's a
relate
few of those.
that day. Yep, exactly, and that's what I like seeing, is like people being real, the real life person, not the persona. Oh, everything's great. No, it's not great in real life all the time, guys. Let's be real about it.
Wait till you catch the new series, Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I mean, the first episode is up.
Okay.
First installment. Yeah.
Okay.
Agree, Chris. Everyone's channels are really good, says Blind Toes. Josh
Yeah,
says,
it's just really like, awesome to be, talking to people that are doing, like the same type of things, and that are, doing something besides just sitting at home and, like, woe is me. I mean,
oh yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, there's just days. I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's just days where it's like, okay, I'm up. You know what? Screw blindness. Oh well, I'm over it. I own this shit. And then like the next day, it's like, I hate life. So,
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's
Okay.
like that.
So,
It gets like that. I just feel like we shouldn't let it define us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not like my name isn't blind. It's no, I won't let it define me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I definitely, we have those moments, and it's great to see people that, keep it real as well. Because I mean, everything isn't just peachy hunky dory all the time. So I mean, that's definitely, to me, I resonate with that a lot more than everyone acting like their life is perfect all the time. It's like,
it's so great. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have some real life. Tell me some frustrations, all right? So I don't feel like I'm alone.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. I wanted it to be relatable, and that's awesome. I think you both are like that as well.
Yep.
Okay. Cliche time.
What's up? Uh-oh.
She thinks I'm going to corner her? No. I'm not like that.
No, I didn't think anything.
Chris.
Yeah.
Where do you see your channel in 5 years?
Wow. Honestly, so in 5 years, I would hope that my channel has grown, for one thing. And there's actually something, I talked to a couple people, like, I'll give some shout outs to, like I said, Nigel M. Like, I talked to a guy named Ben Felton. He actually has the fastest land speed record on 2 wheels blindfolded. And he's from Australia. He did 170 miles per hour, and he's completely blind. So
damn.
So I talked to him, and he was actually like, I can't believe, like, when I told him like the record I'm going for, he's like, dude, you're crazy. He's like, but that's cool, do it. I'm like, oh, I will, trust me, I'm good. I'll do it. So I talked to him a lot, and he just gave me like a humongous idea. There's like some charity that was started over there for people that have disabilities, not just blindness, but like cerebral palsy, that are paralyzed, and stuff like that. And they do this this guy that was a racer and is blind now. They rent out like a track, and they take all these cars that are converted for people that have paraplegic, that have to get in there in a wheelchair, and they like take them like on a private track and do that kind of stuff. And it really
cool.
kind of stuck to me, like that's something that I'd like to do here.
That is so special
here, and I definitely want to, like, I want to use my channel to get to that point, and definitely get to the point of giving back. I mean, I'm a realist, I'm like, I want to say in 5 years, I want to be at like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. But realistically, I just want, my channel to stay, authentic and genuine, and whoever wants to take my life journey with me, I love you and I appreciate you for it.
Yeah, that organic growth will last much longer.
Exactly. Then you don't have to worry about what am I going to do next because I sold out to make this video.
Exactly. Let's see. Blind Toad says, Starlet exercise videos. Meow. He said meow.
Oh.
But it's
Oh.
okay. It's okay, Blind Toes. And yeah, watch those exercise videos. Meow. For sure.
Oh my
For
God.
sure.
I
I
can't
got
wait to
about
put up the next one. I'm
I got about
excited.
25% vision. I'll have to check that out.
That's what I'm saying. Description, please.
Oh Lord.
Oh wow.
That's
I
okay.
hope you guys do like it though. I really do. I'm putting my heart into it. So
Might start following it.
There
Let me
you
grab my
go.
yoga mat.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that could be a thing. Get yourself like a new yoga mat. Like that could be your viewer send-ins or whatever. Like try out this yoga mat or something.
Yeah.
Like almost like a product review or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's see, any more questions or anything like that in the chat? Nope, not yet. So we got 5 years down. Goal. Do you have a specific goal in mind besides, the obvious? But like, is there anything that can go out to everyone, not just a specific racer community, blind community, whatever?
Exactly. And that's my goal. That's why, I said like my channel, a lot of it has to do with perspective. And, I always feel, I've always felt this way. I've always been that person that people have called to get help, but never really able to reach out to get help when I need it. But,
Yeah.
it's, I just
Crazy how
feel
that works.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy how it works, but I just feel like, as cliche as it sounds, like all this stuff like happens for a reason. I just feel like now, like my purpose is higher than what I wanted it to be. And now my purpose, I feel like I have to like help people, I have to feel like I have to show a different perspective. And, sad part about it is that, like people like us can look at each other and be like, damn, you know what, you're doing great. Thank you. Keep doing it. We're inspiring them and pushing them. Other people are like annoyed. So it's like,
I know, what the
it's, it's just the truth. It's like, you'll inspire some and annoy others, but do it anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's just what it is, and I want my perspective. I want perspective to be is like, okay, if this dude that's like very limited, like I hate saying disability, but this person that has limitations is doing all this stuff, which, I've been complimented by people with sight saying like, dude, you've done more than I've done with my car, and I have 100% vision, and damn, your car's killing mine. That's
one,
where I want it to be,
That's one reason why I
at.
really want to take back the disabled word. Because if you think about it, okay, yeah, you're limited, but the word disabled has a way back connotation to it.
It
So
does.
They hear connotation, or they hear disabled, and then they see what we do, like, damn, that's a cold ass honky.
Yep. Hey, hey, that's the truth. Like the word for me, I personally don't like it. Because I always feel like if you're disabled, you're abled in some way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You can't have disabled without able.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's why like the word for me, like I don't know, it's kind of like catchy 22 for me. It's like, okay, well, I get what it means, but to have limitations, you can exceed any limitation you put your mind to.
Right.
So.
I don't like the label either, to be honest.
Yeah. So for sure.
Well,
And yeah, like I said, I just hope that my channel continues helping people. I've gotten numerous people that have like found me on Facebook and said like, like I can't believe that how much I was going through in life, and I looked at your channel and realized that what I have going on isn't that bad. I'm sorry if that is hurtful and it makes you feel, but thank you so much for changing my perspective. I was like, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
Even if I reach one person per video that understands it, then I feel like my job's done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Makes it worth it for sure.
It does.
Definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. And by the way, everybody in the chat, the link to CDub's Blind Life is in the description box below, but you can simply search it and it'll be your first result.
Thank you. That feels good. That feels good now to be at that point, because before it was like,
awesome.
I looked at it and it brought up like a lot of other things. I'm like, wait, what the heck?
What's
and then,
going on?
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm like, wow, wait, what? I'm the first one that pops up. I'm like, oh, that feels kind of cool. I saw my video like in the on the home screen. I'm like, wow, wow, okay, why is that there? Like, and it felt good actually. I got my very first like over 1,000 view video, and I was like, wow, that felt good. That felt pretty good. A lot of people like messaged me about that, like, oh my gosh, how'd you get 200 horsepower in your car? Like, how'd you do it? And I'm like, I just explained all of it in the video.
Yeah, right.
I just explained it all. Like
title readers.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, and I mean, I actually, if I have a chance to, I want to give a huge shout out too to my sponsor, Andy and Co. It's a very small company based here in Seattle. It's a really awesome girl. Her name's Angelina. She's really great. If you guys ever need anything, she ships worldwide. So if you need like hoodies made, decals made, or anything like that, she's fairly cheap.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where I get like that's where all my gear is made at. That's where she helps out and sends everyone. There's like discount codes if you use like CDub as the promotion code. You always get a discount for it. So
right on.
Sweet.
Blind Toes, thank you. Blind Toes just put the link to your channel in the chat.
Blind Toes, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
And Starlet, you got any more questions?
He covered everything. I just think that you're, inspiring. Keep doing what you do. You got to take the good with the bad. It makes you who you are. It makes you stronger. That's
Thank you.
why you are who you are now. You got to take it all because it all makes you whole. It molds you into what you're doing now.
Thank you both. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, this is great.
Oh, we lose him?
Did we? CDub.
Hello, Crash.
He left.
Crash. Where did you
I
go?
can't hear you, dude.
I mean, that was kind of good timing anyway, but so again, you guys can find his YouTube channel in the chat and in the description box. So I want to thank Chris for coming on, and we will definitely talk in the future, I'm sure. Don't forget, tomorrow night is the Steel Show with the creator of Custom Cane, where you can get your own personalized designs vinyl wrapped on your cane, plus other accessories we'll go over. Talk to him about that, plus his White Cane initiative. So say thank you guys all for being here in the chat and watching along. And Starlet.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So until next time, everybody, it's been Theory of Blind Man. Don't forget, love is blind. Keep it blind.